what led me to Christ would have to be the way the gospel was presented to me. When I first started going to Fresh's youth group when I was 16 years old, it was at Waves of Glory. And the way Fresh talked about God and how God made himself real in his life, and how it's just about a relationship with Christ. It's not about a bunch of rules to get into heaven kind of thing. And how Fresh was born and raised in the same neighborhood that I was, and he made it out of all his struggle and stuff, and it just gave me hope to get out of the same stuff that I was in. So what caused me to turn to God would be just being fed up with where I was at, and just being fed up with the same everyday lifestyle that you hear about in the ghetto. You know, the selling drugs and the doing drugs and just caught up with drugs and money, women, just that lifestyle. I just got fed up with it and didn't want it no more. So, and the gospel was presented to me in a very contemporary way, so it just made sense to just try something new, try something different, and I've never looked back since. I mean, I've been doing music since I was about 15. Yeah, 14 or 15 is when I started doing music. I started out in my basement, and just seeing my older cousin doing music the same way I was doing music in his own basement kind of thing. And I just started doing music just for the world. I started rapping about a bunch of different nonsense and stuff like that. And then when I met Fresh, that's when I first got to see a live recording studio and stuff. So just music's always been really impacting my life, and now it takes me to different places. Like, I've been all over Canada, everywhere from BC to New Brunswick up to Nunavut. I've been all over Canada, all through music and ministry. My favorite scripture would have to be Ephesians 2:10. It says, "We are his handiwork." Another translation says, "We are his masterpiece." And over the summer I was working at a place called LBE, and we really broke down that scripture and what it meant. And so that's something I've been sitting on for the whole summer, just sitting on that scripture and what it really means to be his masterpiece. And something I like to tell kids is, if you look at the Mona Lisa, that was that man's masterpiece. That was his best work. So us being God's masterpiece, that means we're God's best work. So that's something that really resonates with me on a day-to-day basis. My message to the youth is just, don't give up and don't lose hope. Like, it always seems like, we get so trapped in our social media world and our different day-to-day things, day-to-day goings on, and just relationships and everything like that. But we get so caught up in that sometimes that we just need to just let it go for the day and just don't give up on that, and don't let circumstance become who you are, because it's not who you are. What's up? This is Tony Cote. Just want to let you guys know, don't give up, man. I grew up in Winnipeg's North End, and I've been through a lot of different circumstances, but one thing I learned is circumstance is not who you are. So don't think that your circumstance makes you who you are. You're not, you're not lost. You're not a drug dealer. You're not addicted. You are beautiful. You are who God made you to be. You're God's masterpiece.